Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praise be Jesus Christ. Welcome to this live broadcast from the Clementine Hall in the Vatican's Apostolic Palace. Pope Francis is... Thank you for your message. I hold you in high esteem as artists who express yourselves through the language of comedy, humor, and irony. There's so much wisdom there. Among all the professionals working in television, cinema, theater, print media, with songs, and on social media, you are among the most loved, sought after, and popular. Certainly it's because you are very good at what you do, but there's also another motivation. You have and cultivate the gift of making people laugh. In the midst of so much gloomy news, immersed as we are in many social and even personal emergencies, you have the power to spread peace and smiles. You are among the few who have the ability to speak to all types of people, from different generations and cultural backgrounds. In your own way, you unite people, because laughter is contagious. It is easier to laugh together than alone. Joy opens us to sharing and is the best antidote to selfishness and individualism. Laughter also helps to break down social barriers, create connections among people, and allows us to express emotions and thoughts, contributing to building a shared culture and creating spaces of freedom. You remind us that Homo sapiens is also Homo ludens, for playful fun and laughter are central to human life, to express ourselves, to learn, and to give meaning to situations. Your talent is a precious gift. Together with a smile, it spreads peace in our hearts and among others, helping us to overcome difficulties and cope with everyday stress. It helps us find relief in irony and go through life with humor. I like to pray daily with the words of over 40 years For over 40 years I've prayed with the words of St. Thomas More. Grant me, O Lord, a good sense of humor.
Voi dovete conoscerla. Incarico ai superiori di farla conoscere a tutti gli artisti.
Do you know who this is?
Nella mia esortazione
Do you know
Laudate Jubilate, la nota 100,
my
lì c'è la preghiera.
exhortation?
Dammi, Signore, il senso dell'umorismo.
There is the citation of St. Thomas More. Grant me, O Lord, a good sense of humor. I ask for this grace every day, because it helps me approach things with the right spirit. You also succeed by making them laugh and smile. You do this by telling stories of real life, narrating reality from your unique viewpoint. And in this way, you speak to people about problems, large and small.
Secondo la Bibbia, all'origine del mondo, mentre tutto veniva creato, la sapienza divina,
According to the Bible, at the beginning of the world, while everything was being created, divine wisdom practiced your form of art
che Dio stesso, primo
for the benefit of none other than God Himself, the first spectator of history. It is described in this way. I was beside Him like a master workman, and I was daily His delight, rejoicing before Him always, rejoicing in His inhabited world, and delighting in the sons of men. This is from the book of Proverbs, chapter 8. Remember this, when you manage to draw knowing smiles from the lips of even one spectator. Remember, this is not heresy. Whenever you can draw a knowing smile from the lips of even one spectator, you also make God smile.
Voi, cari artisti,
You, dear artists, know how to think and speak humorously in different forms and styles. And in each case, the language of humor is suitable for understanding and feeling human nature. Humor does not offend, humiliate, or put people down according to their flaws. While communication today often generates conflict, you know how to bring together diverse and sometimes contrary realities. How much we need to learn from you. The laughter of humor is never against anyone, but is always inclusive, purposeful, eliciting openness, sympathy, and empathy.
Mi raccomando, pregate il Signore e chiedete il senso dell'umorismo.
I invite you, please pray to the Lord for the gift of humorism. That beautiful line from St. Thomas More. I am reminded of the story in the book of Genesis, when God promised Abraham that within a year he would have a son. He and his wife Sarah were old and childless. Sarah listened and laughed inwardly, because as a woman she was curious and listened and was wondering what her husband was thinking. But God told her that she would have a child within a year, and she laughed inwardly. Her laughter was probably motivated by a sense of bitterness. Abraham must have done the same. However, Sarah conceived and bore a son in her old age, at the time that God had set. Then Sarah said, God has made laughter for me. Everyone who hears will laugh over me. That is why they named their son Isaac, which means he laughs. Can we laugh at God? Of course we can, just as we play and joke with the people we love. The Jewish wisdom and literary tradition is a master in this. It is possible to do this without offending the religious sentiments of believers, especially the poor. Dear friends, may God bless you and your art. Continue to cheer people up, especially those who have the hardest time looking at life with hope. Help us, with a smile, to see reality with its contradictions and to dream of a better world. I bless you from my heart, and I ask you, please, to pray for me in my favor with a smile and not against.
Nostro in nomine Domini. Benedicat vos, omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius, Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
As the Pope concludes his speech and offers his final blessing, the various officials of the Vatican's Dicasteries
Adesso prima di dare la benedizione, io vorrei che tutti sentiamo quella bella preghiera di San Thomas More.
Grazie. Digerire. Dammi la salute del corpo, con il buon umore necessario per mantenerla. Dammi, Signore, un'anima santa, che sappia far tesoro di ciò che è buono e puro, e non si spaventi davanti al peccato, ma piuttosto trovi il modo di rimettere le cose a posto. Dammi un'anima che non conosca la noia, i brontolamenti, i sospiri e i lamenti, e non permettere che mi cruci eccessivamente per quella cosa tanto ingombrante che si chiama io. Dammi, Signore, il senso dell'umorismo. Fammi la grazia di capire gli scherzi, perché abbia nella vita un po' di gioia e possa comunicarla agli altri. Così sia.
Avevo dimenticato che vi avevo dato già la benedizione. Per questo vi auguro, come congedo, una benedizione umana. Vi auguro il meglio e che Dio vi accompagni in questa vocazione tanto bella di far ridere, dei comici. È più facile fare il tragico che il comico, è più facile. Grazie per far ridere e anche grazie del ridere dal cuore. Che il Signore vi benedica a tutti. Grazie.